Villain being a dickhead.
However, what happens when you take that mindset to a place with zero tolerance for stupidity or reckless stunts?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in any court of law. Sure, you understand the rights. Yes.
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be covering the story of YouTube's most iconic and idiotic troublemaker, Vitaly. How he repeatedly sabotaged his career for views, why he doesn't seem to learn his lesson, and what he did to utterly destroy his entire life. Throughout his life, Vitaly has done a myriad of things to make a name for himself, from trying to be a pro skater to appearing in adult films. Vitaly spent his early years experimenting with the unusual in an effort to carve out a career for himself. However, what truly sparked Vitaly's online career was YouTube prank videos. Back in the early 2010s, prank videos were a rapidly growing trend, and Vitaly was fortunate enough to hop on it just as it was becoming mainstream. The first viral hit on his channel was the infamous Miami zombie prank, in which Vitaly
What I said, chat, I know my shit.
chases random people on the street while doing his best zombie impression.
Bro, you have to think about it twice, like, hold on, do I want to fight this nigga? This is bold of him.
While the video managed to rack up an astonishing 50. A few days prior, a Miami resident named Ronald Popper was brutally attacked and had a major part of his face consumed by Rudy Eugene, who was later dubbed the Miami Zombie. The incident expectedly left other Miami residents on high alert, and Vitaly was very much aware of that, but he didn't seem to care and took advantage of the tragedy for views. On one hand, it gave Vitaly his start on YouTube, but on the other, it warped his sense of what constituted as viral content. Harassing, disrespecting, and using other people's pain for views was a formula that would eventually come back to haunt Vitaly. However, at the moment, it has brought in tens of millions of views with uploads like Russian Hitman 60 Seconds prank, Woman in front of cops prank, and the classic Gold Digger prank. He even managed to land a lead in the movie Natural Born Prankster, alongside other internet pranksters like Roman Atwood and Dennis Rohde.
For years, their pranks have gone viral.
Get the hell away from my car, you stupid little prick!
But what happens when they get too big for the internet?
I don't know, how do you know?
By 2019, Vitaly's unhinged escapades allowed him to surpass 10 million subscribers and cement his position as a YouTube icon. Within a few short years, Vitaly had gone from a no-name teenager harassing people to a widely recognized internet celebrity. But that success didn't come without a cost. On numerous occasions, Vitaly had been arrested by law enforcement and even spent a few days in jail at several points in his career. Some of his most notable misadventures and subsequent arrests include climbing the Hollywood sign.
Right, chat. Most of his arrests that he was having back then was like misdemeanor shit, like for pranking in public or like harassing people. Nothing like extreme like what he was doing now, like a fucking beating females up and shit. Vitaly was literally one of my favorites. I don't know what happened to him.
We begin at 6:30 with breaking news. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman. A man believed to be a YouTube prankster has climbed the Hollywood sign and is now back down on the ground.
Streaking during the 2014 World Cup.
Oh, I remember that too. We did that for views too. I remember that.
And filming himself climbing the Great Pyramids in Egypt.
I don't want to curse because I'm in the Holy Land. I love you so much, world. Thank you, universe. Thank you, Mother Nature, for bringing me to this incredible life. Stop the war. Stop the hate. We're all equal. Thank you so much for watching.
Vitaly's time as a prankster taught him that being a public spectacle was the only way to get views, no matter how stupid the stunt was. This mindset was only reinforced by the fact that he had hardly faced any serious legal consequences for his immature and criminal behavior. Unfortunately for Vitaly, that was all about to change, as his reckless approach to life was almost about to cost his own and completely derail his career. On the 12th of April 2020, Miami police were summoned to Vitaly's neighborhood following a very disturbing 911 call.
Exactly what's happening, ma'am. Somebody's outside shooting the out at somebody.
That's the one that I was like, no. because there was rumors of him like beating on women. I'm like, nah, not Vitaly. But then remember, it was doing pranks like that. He was doing beating women in front of the cops.
Yeah, that's what they just said.
Right, and then when this came out, it says everyone was like, "Wow, so you make pranks about it? You literally do it? That's crazy."
Are there any weapons involved? No. No, he's just beating the out of somebody. Female on the ground. He was punching her in the face left and right.
The assailant in question was none other than Vitaly, and according to both his later statements and police records, he had consumed several grams of psychedelic mushrooms, resulting in extremely vivid hallucinations that compelled him to leave his residence. Once outside, Vitaly spotted a woman jogging on the side of the road and began approaching her. Despite her attempts to get away from him, Vitaly tackled this woman to the ground and began viciously assaulting her with his fists. The attack left injuries on the woman's face and eye, too horrific to show on YouTube. As people started to take notice, Vitaly fled the scene and returned to his home. A few minutes later, police arrived at Vitaly's home to apprehend him.
Your boy can stay back there. Put your hand on the car, man. No, put your hand on the car. Lean on the car right there. Hey, right here. Put your hands behind the back. Put your hands behind the back. I'm not telling you. I got to stay the line. Put your hands behind the back. Hey, let me get another cup.
News on the internet spread like wildfire and immediately destroyed Vitaly's reputation as brands, fans, and other influencers began distancing themselves from him. This would only be the start of Vitaly's problems, as the woman filed a lawsuit against him the following week. To say that Vitaly was in a tough spot would be a gross understatement. Not only was he going to face heavy legal costs, but his career was also actively losing revenue from missed sponsorships and YouTube demonetizing his older prank videos. As if that wasn't bad enough, Vitaly was involved in a nearly fatal skydiving incident while trying to promote one of his adult websites. Apparently, the parachute that was supposed to serve as a banner for his site was too small and didn't provide enough air resistance to slow his descent.
Man, he literally beat death.
Do us a favor, keep your neck straight, okay?
With his career, reputation, and body in shambles, Vitaly was forced to lay low for 2 years as he tried to resolve the lawsuit and make it through physical therapy. Vitaly wouldn't make an official comeback until the 6th of July 2022, when he posted this video to his Facebook page.
What's good, people? I wanted to do this video for a long time, but I simply wasn't ready. And I wanted to let you know what I've been going through in my life for the last 2 years and why I stopped
You was
uploading
asking me about the
videos.
blankets.
I'm gonna be real with you. I simply stopped uploading videos because I got burnt out. Before I had fun, and then it became a business and a job. And I was hanging around wrong people. The fame got to my head. I started abusing drugs and alcohol, traveling the world with beautiful women. You think it's all cool. But at the end, I wasn't really happy. Because of drugs and alcohol, I got into serious legal trouble. A legal trouble that I'll remember, regret, and have to live with for the rest of my life.
Following this, Vitaly apologized to his fans and promised to be a better person. However, he refused to mention outright what he did and the woman he harmed.
And I'm here today to apologize to all the people that are listening to me right now, to the whole world, to all the people that are let down. I'm so sorry. I was left alone and broken after the incident, and nobody to blame but myself. People that I thought were my friends weren't my friends, and I just fell into depression. I lost everything because of that. And like I said, I'm not here to blame anybody but myself. I take responsibility for my actions, and I simply fucked up. I'm so sorry. For the people that are listening to this, for the people that love me, for the people that hate me, for the people that don't even know who I am. Look what drugs and alcohol did to me. It almost ruined my life. I jeopardized my career. I lost relationships. I pretty much lost everything.
It was obvious that Vitaly wanted to worm his way back into the hearts of viewers, and while they accepted him, there was one statement that foreshadowed the real reason he was coming back: money.
I've been sober for 7 months, and I feel better than ever. I started to be motivated again. I started wanting to make videos again for fun, not for business, like it used to be when I first started.
Regardless of his motives, Vitaly had made his return to the internet, but it was only a matter of time before he returned to his old ways. By the start of 2023, Vitaly moved his online activities from YouTube over to Kick, where he began doing IRL streams regularly. After all this time, you'd expect Vitaly to either come up with a new content strategy or at least tone down his previous one. Unfortunately, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Vitaly immediately returned to harassing random people in a manner reminiscent of his original prank videos.
Did he not
How are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Would you mind if I eat your booty?
I'm sorry. Let's.
What?
Sorry, this isn't a plausible conversation.
It's not?
He's so
No, I'm sorry.
Why? You're wearing a pink shirt, so I thought it's like
No,
it's
sorry.
like welcome to Miami. I'm here for one reason and one reason only. To pick up black girls like you and eat them out like there's no tomorrow.
No. That's just weird.
Naturally, people weren't very interested in content from a previous era and barely engaged with the streams. This forced Vitaly to take an even more drastic approach to his content. Around 2024, Vitaly rebranded himself as a predator catcher and centered his content around setting up sting operations with larger streamers like Aiden Ross.
Oh no! Not Aiden.
Yeah, bitch! Stay down! Come on, man. I didn't do anything, bro. Look at Russia here. You dirty piece of shit, bro. You want to fuck me? No, man.
You deserve death. Death. You deserve... Man, you wanted to the ass, bro.
No, I did not.
Man, you wanted to in the ass.
What the hell did I say that?
Man, I know you want to the ass. He looks like a nice little 50-year-old boy. You want to...
No, bro.
With a more justified target for his harassment and a viewer base that enjoyed watching is getting taken down, Vitaly found a new way to monetize his unhinged antics and wasted no time in doubling down on it. For the next several months, Vitaly and several other internet personalities lured in and humiliated predator after predator. This type of sensational content rapidly drew in millions of viewers and hundreds of thousands of followers, eventually resulting in Vitaly receiving a kick deal through Aiden Ross.
I've generated 400 million impressions on Kick. Where do I send the invoice?
To me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I'll get it approved.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Bro, this is no budget, Vitaly, bro. You don't understand what I want to do for the platform, bro.
Yo, y'all really gotta fuck with him. Man, fuck a minimum deal for him. We gotta get him the max contract.
Social media success aside, Vitaly's campaign against predators has some concerning qualities that stand out when viewed critically. For one, a majority of the predators he catches are rarely arrested, and of those that are
You think so, babe? That's why he said he started getting all the views and stuff.
apprehended, there's yet to be any solid convictions. This fact holds true even when they catch someone notable. Furthermore, while Vitaly is supposed to bring these scumbags to justice, he's shamelessly promoting gambling the entire stream. 1 minute, he's forcing an alleged predator to kiss his feet.
On your knees. Kiss my feet and apologize. Kiss my feet. Kiss my feet. Thank you so much. Kiss my...
And the next, he's shilling online casino games to his viewers.
If I lose right now, oh boy, okay? Pick a mine. Pick a mine. Click anywhere in the...
He kind of seems like mean. Like a mean guy or something, like a bully.
Screen. You better fucking click it right. Good boy. I give you one more chance. Pick a mine. It better be green. It better be green. It better be green. Whoo! My boy's making me bread. One more mine. Uno mas. Uno mas. Should I give him another try? He's making us bang. Good boy. Good boy.
To Vitaly, this wasn't about bringing predators to justice. It was about making a public spectacle and a quick buck. Sadly, it wasn't long before Vitaly's game of Catch the Predator yielded some real consequences for everyone involved. During one of his sting operations, Vitaly received a kick ban after a predator decided to take his clothes off in front of a hired actress. This incident not only highlighted how incompetent Vitaly and his team were, but also how dangerous these types of operations could be. Kick would eventually reverse the ban, and Vitaly was once again forced to find a new way to make money off harassing people. Unfortunately for Vitaly, this next method he settled on would cost him much more than a simple ban. By the 27th of March 2025, Vitaly abandoned the predator catching and moved to the Philippines to try his hand at travel vlogging.
Show you who's behind the camera. It's gonna be Kane, the man, the myth, the legend. What's good, Kane? You got the craziest fucking stories. Chat, we're gonna have so much fun today. Let's show him the villa, man. Let's walk around, dude.
For a while, Vitaly seemed to have good intentions when he entered the country and visited less fortunate areas to give away various items.
Yeah.
However, during his next stream titled Vitaly Disturbing the Peace in Philippines, it became apparent that Vitaly was still going with his usual public tomfoolery.
I have no team to control me. I'm myself right now, and you will see. You think how much to sell your dog to China?
See, he wilding right there. See, that's going too far, my nigga.
Incredibly disturbing part about all of this was how little Vitaly seemed to care about the chaos he was spreading and only seemed to care about how many viewers he was getting.
How many viewers we got?
4,900.
4,900. Let's break the 5K, chat. Excuse me, madam. I'm gonna fucking rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No, okay. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal. Go get your vaccine. I was trying to give you money, but all right. Trying to be.
That's OD right there, bro. That's OD. What if someone said this to his mom? Cause he loved his mom. So imagine someone said this to your mom, nigga. How would you feel?
Rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No, okay. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal. Go get your vaccine. I was trying to give
people wasn't enough for Vitaly as he went around stealing various items from stores around the city.
That's my only fan left in the chat. Since I don't have any fans, since I fell off, my only fan, bro.
Even after doing all of these idiotic acts, Vitaly felt like nothing would come of it, and he'd face absolutely no consequences.
I love this IRL shit, man. This is my new shit. I just need to find a whole bunch of clippers, because from the clips from today, there would be probably all over the net already. But anyways, I got my family, which is you guys, and we're good. That's all I need.
Well, Vitaly was right about one thing. His clips would go viral, but they also set in motion a series of events that would eventually land Vitaly in his worst nightmare. However, before that could happen, another travel vlogger named Unlock Philippines, aka Eric Cabrera, confronted Vitaly and tried to talk some sense into him.
I started a channel out in Thailand, just exploring and showing people what it's like, and I came here, I've been here a month. But genuinely, when we come here and we have power, like we stream and we show people that we have influence, what would it hurt you to take someone and build them up here as the locals instead of like, because there's been videos about you that have come out and they've been showcasing like the bad things that you do, but what about the good? Like,
have you seen the good, what I've been doing?
They don't show it as much. And so I'm wondering, what's it like for a streamer when people don't show the good?
That's a good question because it frustrates me, but I just started streaming. I don't have a team. My team left me, so I'm getting clippers and I'm getting everybody, yeah.
Instead of critically thinking about how these escapades has damaged his reputation and the reputation of other travel streamers, Vitaly...
So if he didn't have a team, his first, to me, my opinion is his first thing he should have done was get a fucking team. Get clippers, get a manager, get a whatever you need to strategize and structure yourself, bro. Definitely at a high caliber like this, with all these followers and attention, nigga, come on.
Ali only considered how viral his antics were.
Do you know there's a content creator named Atosi?
No, I don't know who that is.
He just did a video on you 5 hours ago.
Saying what?
Saying that you were harassing people here in the Philippines.
Yeah, and what about me donating over $20,000 in the last 2 days?
Right, and as a content creator, that stuff kind of goes under...
No, it doesn't, because my editors are working on it, and I'm not release the truth.
I'm saying when it happens, people don't broadcast that as much.
Yeah, but I don't get... For me, when you know what I mean, then I'm back on top. For me, when people talk shit, that's how I know I'm doing the right thing, because people want to bring me down when you're up. When you're down, nobody cares about you. When you're up on top, everyone wants to bring you down. It's the same thing with my pet catches. Everyone thinks they're fake. Oh, they're all real.
When Eric questioned him about the depraved nature of his content, Vitaly immediately resorted to insults and...
Last month.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in any court of law. Sure. If you cannot afford the counsel, the government will be provided for you at any government expense. Do you understand, right? Yes.
Even now that he was in police custody, Vitaly still wasn't taking the situation seriously, laughing and smirking while they read him his rights. In Vitaly's mind, the worst that they could do was either deport him or fine him. After all, this wasn't his first time being detained in a foreign country. Sadly, this wasn't Egypt or the United States. Filipino law enforcement takes this kind of thing very seriously. By the 7th of April 2025, Vitaly was brought on national television to be officially charged for his crimes.
Also this morning, Secretary Remulla presented to the media the Russian vlogger who's been detained by authorities for harassing Filipinos at Bonifacio Global City in Taguig.
For a bit of extra context, Vitaly was being charged with the following crimes: alarm and scandal, attempted theft, and unjust vexation. Altogether, these charges could land Vitaly multiple decades in prison if convicted. And there's no doubt that the Filipino law system wants to make an example out of Vitaly, but only time will tell what his exact punishment will be. Throughout his entire career, Vitaly has been incapable of acknowledging his mistakes and has been radically delusional about the potential consequences of his actions. For years, he harassed, threatened, and provoked people to grow his online platform. Even when people warned him about the danger, Vitaly felt he knew best and thought anyone criticizing him was just trying to keep him down. Since